Hi, it's Amy with Ask a Christian. I am back from being outside of service, outside of Wi-Fi for the last week and a half in a camp near Santa Cruz somewhere. And today I am answering a question from Lee Tubular on YouTube. That's funny, total Lee Tubular, I totally get it. He says, Genesis 2:5 seems to imply that there were no plants before it rained. It didn't rain until Noah embarked on the ark. Noah made the ark from wood, so where did he get the wood from if there were no plants because it had not rained yet? Thanks for your question, Lee, and I want to backtrack a little bit because a lot of people think that there are discrepancies between Genesis chapter 1 and chapter 2, but when I read Genesis chapter 2, I simply see a recap of the creation story presented in the chapter before. And remember that chapters are something that we've done to the Bible in sort of modern present day to make it more easily findable. We can't just go through the scrolls like they used to in Jesus' day, but it would have originally all been squished together. So the chapter breaks are somewhat arbitrary. If we go back to Genesis chapter 1, we will find out that God created vegetation, including trees, on day 3. And the reason why we kind of go back at that point in the story is because the author is trying to call our attention to certain details of the story, which Bible scholars call repeat and enlarge. It's just sort of a backpedal in order to get the details set for the next part of the story that they want to enlarge upon. In this case, it seems like the author is calling our attention to the unique relationship between God and man because it tells us exactly how the earth was laid out before mankind arrives on the scene in verse 15. So speaking to your particular question, it looks like Genesis 2 verse 5 is simply letting the reader know how good it is going to be for man when he arrives on scene. It's saying the groundwork was laid before there was any shrubs. God had already designed the rivers and the mists to water the earth. Does that make sense? Well, I hope so, because Genesis 2 is not meant to conflict with or negate Genesis chapter 1. It was simply meant to backpedal us up in getting us ready to introduce man on the scene. I love how you're thinking, Lee. Keep it up. And by the way, if we didn't have plants until after the flood, we would have had more problems than just the ark. We would have not had any food sources. So yes, that would be a pretty big deal. By the way, I'd love to hear your questions about the Bible or about Christianity, and even consider them for an upcoming video. So if that interests you, check the description box below. You can find a number of ways to get a hold of me. And if you are in the San Jose area and you're interested in a personal Bible study, you want to do a meetup, and you want somebody who's going to be non-judgmental and not pushy. I'm not going to be pushing my own agenda. If you just want to meet up, let me know and we can make that happen as well. Thanks so much. I will talk to you real soon, and I'm wishing you joy and peace for your journey. Bye.